Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving deep into something really fascinating, ancient, and honestly pretty profound, the 18 Puranas from India. These texts, they've captivated people for generations, offering these really rich glimpses into the universe, the deities, and how life and time kind of flow together. I think you'll find it pretty insightful, too.
Absolutely. The Puranas, the word itself basically means ancient. These are these amazing collections of wisdom put together by these revered sages. They blend mythology and cosmology, philosophy, ethics. Think of them as like these vast libraries of ancestral knowledge, full of perspectives that still resonate today.
So, okay, when we talk about the Puranas, what kind of intellectual world are we actually stepping into? What are the big ideas that kind of weave through them all?
Well, the scope is huge, honestly. You'll encounter detailed explorations of what they call the divine cosmos, the very beginnings of the heavens, the earth, the waters. It all points back to a transcendent creator, but how they describe it, it's often poetic and metaphorical,
Yeah.
not just a straightforward account.
That's interesting. And the Puranas are, of course, known for their vivid stories of gods and goddesses. Who are some of the key figures we'll encounter in these tales?
Ah, yes. The pantheon of deities really comes alive in these narratives. You'll meet central figures like Vishnu, the preserver, Shiva, the transformer, Krishna, who embodies divine love, the powerful goddess Durga, who represents strength and protection, among many others. Their stories are rich with symbolism and offer reflections on us, on humans and our place in the universe.
But it's not all about cosmic events and deities, right? My understanding is the Puranas also offer guidance on how to live a good life on a more personal level.
Exactly. There's a strong focus on the path of righteous living. These texts are full of teachings on devotion, dharma, this idea of duty, ethical conduct, and the importance of living a virtuous life. It's like a framework for navigating life's complexities.
And I've also heard that certain verses, certain rituals, hold special power within the Puranas. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. Sacred rituals and verses are woven throughout. You'll come across revered slokas, these powerful verses, often chanted or contemplated, believed to carry blessings. The Puranas detail rituals and practices that were central to ancient life and still resonate for many today, connecting them to those ancient traditions.
So it sounds like the Puranas present a world where everything's interconnected.
Precisely. They portray reality as a grand, interconnected tapestry where nothing stands alone. From the smallest particle to the vast galaxies, everything plays a role in this divine narrative. It emphasizes a fundamental unity underlying everything.
Okay, so why should all this ancient wisdom matter to you, our listener? What makes the Puranas relevant to our modern world?
Well, first, for understanding creation. They offer a unique perspective on the universe's origins, this interlinked design they see. It's a way to deepen your understanding of our place in the cosmos, prompting some thought about the forces shaping reality.
That makes sense. And I imagine these stories of deities, they're not just entertaining, they serve a deeper purpose, right?
Exactly. They can be powerful tools for embodying divine love. These narratives can nurture a profound connection with the divine, a reassurance that there are higher forces caring for creation. They can be a source of comfort and inspiration.
And what about that path of righteous living we talked about? How does that apply today?
Well, the teachings are timeless. They focus on promoting ethical living values like compassion, truthfulness, dharma. These principles are incredibly relevant, especially today, for creating a more just and harmonious world, starting with you, your actions.
And finally, it seems like the Puranas act as a bridge to the past.
Yes, celebrating tradition. They preserve wisdom and rituals, connecting you to a rich heritage, a sense of continuity between past and present. They link you to the wellspring of human spiritual experience.
That's a great framework. Now, obviously, we can't go through every single verse of all 18 Puranas in this deep dive, but we'll touch upon each one, giving you a sense of its essence, a key shloka, some sacred details, a summary, and a few main stories or events. Ready to journey through these ancient texts?
Absolutely. Let's start with the very first one.
Let's dive into the Brahma Purana, the Book of Beginnings. What's the main focus for you?
As the name suggests, the Brahma Purana is all about creation, the universe. It explores how the sky, the land, the waters came into being through this divine creator. And it emphasizes the sanctity of holy places, those spots that have held spiritual meaning for ages. What's fascinating is this idea that creation isn't a one-time event, but a continuous process.
You mentioned a key shloka. What's one that encapsulates the Brahma Purana?
Well, there's this one. Just as the artist keeps refining their masterpiece, the creator eternally renews the cosmos with love and purpose. It's like a reminder that even when things are tough, there's always potential for renewal, for growth.
I love that perspective. So what sacred details stand out to you in this Purana?
It encourages you to see creation as an ever-evolving masterpiece, where everything, from a mountain range to a tiny flower, reflects divine artistry, this ongoing renewal. Every sunrise, it's a new beginning, just like the cosmic creation.
And what are some of the key stories we find in its pages?
Well, you have the creation of the universe, describing how the elements emerged. Then there's the birth of Brahma, the deity central to cosmic order. And finally, the significance of sacred pilgrimages, journeys to holy sites.
So what's the core message of the Brahma Purana for our listeners?
It's about laying the foundation of creation and emphasizing this continuous cycle of creation and renewal. It instills a sense of hope, understanding that endings are just the beginning, like the cosmos itself.
Next, we have the Padma Purana, the lotus book. Why the lotus?
The lotus, it symbolizes purity, beauty, spiritual unfolding. The Padma Purana, it's massive, divided into 5 sections, and it focuses on Vishnu and Shiva's stories. It also delves into rituals and the importance of holy sites. Like a lotus rising from the mud, it shows potential for growth, even in challenges.
What shloka captures the Padma Purana's essence?
How about? Cultivate purity within, and like the lotus, it will blossom, protecting and inspiring. It's about inner transformation impacting the world.
Perfect. And what sacred details does it emphasize?
Like a lotus blooming in sacred waters, it symbolizes unfolding divine beauty and devotion. It encourages nurturing purity, righteousness through practice and devotion. Like a lotus, spiritual growth needs effort.
What stories do we find in the Padma Purana?
Well, there's the lotus birth of Brahma, signifying his divine origin. Then the divine Leelas of Vishnu and Shiva, their heroic deeds. And an exposition of rituals, ceremonies, festivals, giving insight into ancient traditions.
So what's the Padma Purana's message for our listeners?
It celebrates divine beauty and sacred traditions, urging you to cultivate purity and devotion within yourself, like nurturing a lotus seed to blossom.
Next, the Vishnu Purana, the Protector's Chronicle. The name says it all.
It does. This Purana glorifies Vishnu, the guardian of the universe. It tells stories like Prahlada's unwavering faith, a symbol of devotion. It shows divine intervention restoring balance in times of darkness, reassuring that good always prevails.
What shloka captures this protection theme?
Maybe this. When shadows gather, darkness prevails, the divine protector emerges, restoring light and truth. Hope persists even in dark times.
Powerful imagery. What sacred details does it highlight?
It's reassuring. Even in the toughest moments, there's a benevolent force, Vishnu guiding you back to light and righteousness, like a steady guiding lamp in the darkness, offering solace when lost.
What stories bring this message to life?
Well, the story of Prahlada, showcasing unwavering devotion in adversity, then Vishnu's divine avatars like Narasimha, restoring order, and cosmic balance accounts how the universe is created and kept in equilibrium.
So the core message of the Vishnu Purana?
Divine protection and restoring cosmic balance. It instills hope and faith in the divine's power to guide and protect.
Now the Vayu Purana, the Tale of Wind and Stars, what a beautiful title.
It is. The Vayu Purana explores the cosmic dance of the elements, wind, stars, celestial movements, and it highlights Shiva's role in this cosmic order. It connects these grand events to the subtle energies within us.
What shloka captures this connection?
This one. The winds whisper, the stars shimmer. They echo the divine creation's artistry. It's about appreciating the beauty around us.
Lovely. What sacred details stand out?
It encourages seeking solace in nature. Every breeze, every star, it's a testament to the Creator's design, a symphony of life connecting us. Appreciating nature becomes a spiritual experience.
And what are some key stories in the Vayu Purana?
It explains the cycles of time, the yugas, creation and dissolution, then cosmic geography, with descriptions of sacred rivers, mountains, and divine lineages, tracing back lineages of sages, kings, to the cosmic order itself.
So the Vayu Purana's message?
It connects you to nature's beauty, how cosmic elements are divine artistry, finding the sacred in the everyday.
Next, the beloved Bhagavata Purana, the book of divine love. Why is it so revered?
It focuses on Krishna's life, his adventures, teachings, the bliss of devotion. It's lyrical, emotional, resonating with many, offering a path to the divine through love and relationship.
What shloka captures this divine love?
Krishna, the eternal friend, guide, fills hearts with boundless love. It invites you to explore love's power in your spiritual journey.
That's beautiful. What sacred details does it emphasize?
It celebrates playful and spiritual sides of divine love, inspiring a life of devotion where kindness becomes a celebration. Every act of kindness is a celebration, shifting your perspective.
What stories bring Krishna and devotion to life?
Krishna's childhood leelas, his charming, miraculous acts, then the Samudra Manthan, the ocean-churning, revealing treasures, and spiritual teachings on bhakti, devotion, the path to liberation through love and surrender.
The Bhagavata Purana's core message.
It's a tribute to love and devotion, inviting you to experience life as a joyful relationship with the divine.
Now the Narada Purana, the song of devotion, music and chanting seem central.
They are. The Narada Purana is rich with hymns, songs, emphasizing devotional practices, especially through music. It outlines rituals, festivals, celebrating the joy of communal worship, the power of sound and collective practice.
What shloka captures the spirit of devotional singing?
How about this? Sing with a joyful heart. Every melody is a blessing from the divine. Active participation in spiritual expression.
Uplifting indeed. What sacred details does it highlight?
It encourages heartfelt expression through song, prayer. It reminds us that music can uplift, connect us to a higher reality, fostering peace and belonging.
And the stories within the Narada Purana.
Revelations of sacred music, their origins, role in uniting communities, festival celebrations, descriptions of festivals, rituals, divine dialogues on bhakti's power.
The core message of the Narada Purana.
It praises devotion, communal celebration, how sacred music and ritual can illuminate your path to the divine.
Next, the Markandeya Purana, the chronicle of the mighty goddess, focused on the divine feminine.
Yes. It exalts goddess Durga, detailing her victories over evil. Her strength, compassion inspire courage, a source of empowerment and resilience.
What shloka embodies this potent image?
Durga's valor dispels fear, replaced by divine protection's light. Inner strength through devotion.
Powerful. What sacred details does it emphasize?
It portrays Durga as both fierce and nurturing, a protector who empowers devotees against adversity, strength and compassion in balance.
And what stories illustrate her might and compassion?
The Durga Saptashati, her battle against Mahishasura, rituals of victory, honoring her power, and divine interventions, restoring balance and righteousness.
So, the message of the Markandeya Purana.
It celebrates Durga's spirit, inspiring courage and devotion through her feats, reminding you of your inner strength.
Let's move to the Agni Purana, the sacred fire. Focus on a specific element.
Yes, Agni, the fire god. It elaborates on rituals, the sacred flame's significance, and uses stories to show fire's transformative power, insights into ancient practices and symbolism.
What shloka captures this fiery essence?
Maybe this. As the flame illuminates, Agni kindles the spirit of devotion and understanding, external fire, internal awakening.
Evocative. What sacred details does it illuminate?
Fire is more than physical. It's purification, renewal. Rituals invite purifying the soul, kindling inner spirituality, shedding negativity, embracing growth.
And what stories do we find in the Agni Purana?
Ritualistic sacrifices, or yajnas, fire's role in invoking blessings. Mythic narratives from the Ramayana, Mahabharata, showing Agni as a messenger. And spiritual rebirth, fire symbolizing cleansing, transformation.
The core message of the Agni Purana.
It underscores fire's role in rituals and spiritual transformation, symbolizing purification and illumination of the soul.
Now, the Bhavishya Purana, the vision of the future, prophecy and foresight.
Exactly. It offers glimpses into the future, prophecies, stories of noble kings, sages, righteous actions shaping the future, the impact of present choices.
What shloka captures this forward-looking perspective?
Every virtuous deed today is a beacon, illuminating a radiant tomorrow. Your actions have power.
Hopeful indeed. What sacred details does it emphasize?
It encourages ethical living, foresight. Actions have far-reaching consequences, shaping destiny. Act with awareness.
And what stories do we find in the Bhagavata Purana?
Prophetic revelations, emphasizing virtue, Dharma. Historical narratives of kings, sages, showing righteousness's triumph. Ethical teachings on charity, honesty, knowledge as foundations of a good future.
So, the Bhagavata Purana's message.
It's a prophetic guide, urging you to live virtuously, reminding you that your actions create the future.
Next, the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, the Book of Miraculous Love. What a captivating title.
It focuses on the tender, miraculous aspects of divine love, particularly through Krishna's useful tales. It celebrates innocence and affection. It can open your heart to love's potential.
What shloka captures this miraculous love?
Perhaps. Every heart, echoing with Krishna's smile, is a reservoir of divine miracles. Wonder resides within us.
A lovely sentiment. What sacred details does it highlight?
It invites embracing love's purity, joy, and devotion. Even small acts of kindness invoke divine grace. Every heart is a reservoir of miracles.
What stories do we encounter in this Purana?
Krishna's childhood leelas, playful, divine. Instances of cosmic play showing love's transformative power. And spiritual miracles, devotion and innocence altering destiny.
The core message of the Bhagavata Purana.
It extols divine love's power, inspiring you to see love as a transformative force in your life and the world.
Next, the Linga Purana, the testament of Shiva, focusing on a major deity.
Dedicated to Shiva, it explores his nature, rituals, how his grace sustains and transforms devotees, a deeper understanding of Shiva and devotion.
What shloka captures Shiva's transformative grace?
Shiva's embrace soothes the weary soul, eternally renewing the spirit, peace and rejuvenation.
Comforting. What sacred details does it emphasize?
It fosters a connection with Shiva through rituals, meditation, stories of his compassion, power, encourages introspection, stillness.
And what stories are central to the Linga Purana?
The legend of the Jyotirlinga, Shiva's eternal presence, 28 avatars of Shiva, his manifestations, rituals and meditation for seeking blessings, peace.
The Linga Purana's message for the listener.
It guides you towards understanding Shiva's power, the peace attainable through devotion.
Now, the Varaha Purana, the savior of the earth, a dramatic rescue.
Indeed, it tells of Varaha, Vishnu's boar form, rescuing Earth from chaos, divine intervention during crisis, highlighting the protective aspect of the divine.
A shloka capturing this divine rescue.
Varaha, mighty yet compassionate, cradles and restores the earth, power and tenderness.
Vivid. What sacred details are highlighted?
The divine manifests in unexpected ways. Varaha lifting earth symbolizes protection, renewal. Every divine form has a purpose.
What stories unfold in the Varaha Purana?
The rescue of the earth, Varaha's battle against chaos, divine intervention narratives protecting the world, ritual observances honoring Varaha, celebrating life's preservation.
The takeaway from the Varaha Purana.
Divine rescue and protection. The divine safeguards creation in various forms.
The longest of them all, the Skanda Purana, the epic of grand journeys.
It's vast, filled with adventures, pilgrimages led by Kartikeya Skanda, Shiva's son. It celebrates holy sites, spiritual journeys, inspiring exploration, reverence.
What shloka captures this adventurous devotion?
How about, on every sacred path, walked with devotion, adventure, and revelation intertwine, physical and inner discovery.
Beautiful. What sacred details does it emphasize?
A spirit of exploration and reverence. It recounts pilgrimages, describes sacred rivers, rituals, the journey itself as a path to understanding.
And the stories within this massive Purana.
The adventures of Kartikeya, his battles, leadership, pilgrimages and holy sites, Ayodhya, Dwarka, Kanchi, sacred marriages and rituals like Shiva and Parvati's union, cosmic order.
The overarching message of the Skanda Purana.
Life as a sacred pilgrimage, filled with adventures leading to divine insight.
Next, the Vamana Purana, the testament of humble greatness. An intriguing paradox.
It tells of Vamana, Vishnu's humble yet mighty form. True strength isn't physical, but inner purity, sincere intentions, the power of humility.
A shloka capturing this humble greatness.
Humility reveals divine strength, true greatness from sincerity, power in unassuming forms.
A good reminder, what sacred details does it emphasize?
It champions humility, integrity. Vamana shows even small acts of righteousness matter. True power is selflessness, not ego.
And what stories are in the Vamana Purana?
The Vamana avatar, subduing a demon king through cleverness, humility, divine wisdom stories, humility overcoming arrogance, ritual observances inspired by Vamana, modesty in practice.
The takeaway from the Vamana Purana.
Humility's importance. Modest acts of virtue, selflessness possess immense divine power.
The Kurma Purana, the eternal cycle. Cyclical concepts.
It explores the cycles of time, nature, the cosmic wheel turning, rhythmic changes, creation, preservation, or renewal, a perspective on impermanence and cyclical existence.
A shloka capturing this cyclical nature.
Time's wheel turns eternally, every life cycle embraced, renewed by divine grace. Cosmic rhythm, order.
Comforting perspective on change. What sacred details stand out?
Change isn't to be feared. It's sacred. Appreciate rhythms, moon phases, seasons, finding harmony with the natural world.
What stories do we find in the Kurma Purana?
Cosmic cycle, narratives, creation and dissolution, cyclical time. Sacred rituals, honoring changes in nature, yugas, mythic accounts, connecting cycles with divine order.
The Karma Purana's message.
It celebrates time and nature's cycles, reminding you that change, renewal are parts of divine order.
Now the Matsya Purana, the Chronicle of the Divine Fish, another specific avatar.
It tells of Matsya, Vishnu's fish form, saving beings from a flood. It emphasizes water as a life-giver, protector, the life-sustaining, purifying power of water.
A shloka capturing this divine protection theme.
Like a fish guiding through rough waters, the divine safeguards life. Gentle, powerful guidance.
Fitting image. What sacred details does it highlight?
The sacred connection between nature and the divine. Water isn't just life, but divine protection. Ensuring the virtuous survive, knowledge is preserved.
And what stories unfold in the Matsya Purana?
The Great Flood. Matsya saving scriptures, beings. Divine guidance, advising sages, kings. Ritual significance of water, ceremonies honoring its purifying, sustaining nature.
The core message of the Matsya Purana.
Divine intervention through nature. Water sustains, protects life.
The Garuda Purana, the guide for the soul's journey, guidings for the afterlife.
It provides a glimpse into the soul's journey after death, paths to higher realms, the importance of righteous living, a framework for understanding actions' consequences.
What shloka captures this focus on the soul?
Righteous acts elevate the soul toward eternal peace, present choices impacting the future.
A sense of direction. What sacred details are emphasized?
Spiritual guidance on the transition beyond life. Actions determine the soul's journey, afterlife reincarnation, encourages mindful living, karmic awareness.
And what stories are described in the Garuda Purana?
Descriptions of the journey after death, passing through realms based on karma, rituals for the departed, guiding the soul, moral consequences of actions, virtuous deeds leading to elevation. The Garuda Purana's message for our listeners.
It's a spiritual roadmap, emphasizing that righteous living illuminates the path to peace and liberation.
Finally, the Bhagavata Purana, the cosmic tapestry, a grand conclusion.
It offers a majestic account of the entire cosmos, its intricate design, wisdom, beauty, a perspective on the interconnectedness of all existence.
What shloka captures this cosmic interconnectedness?
Gaze at the heavens, know you are a cherished thread in creation's tapestry, belonging within the universe.
A beautiful ending to our tour. What sacred details stand out?
Inspiring awe at the universe's grandeur. It connects the vast and small, reminding us we're all part of this divine design, wonder and appreciation.
And what stories are described in the Bhagavata Purana?
Detailed cosmic map descriptions, historical narratives of figures, events, and scientific and mystical insights, unifying astronomy and spiritual symbolism.
The core message of the Bhagavata Purana.
It encapsulates the cosmos' vastness, beauty, reminding us we're all integral parts of this interconnected divine tapestry. Wow, what a journey through these 18 Puranas. They're so much more than stories. They're guides for life.
They offer profound teachings. The origin and order of the universe, everything up and purpose.
A connection to something greater.
Yes, the power of divine love and devotion, embracing the divine's presence, fostering connection, belonging.
They provide a moral compass.
The importance of righteous living, compassion, humility, faith, timeless ethical guidance.
And they remind us of our place in the grand scheme.
The timeless connection among all beings. We're part of a cosmic family. Our actions matter in this dance of creation.
Exploring these texts invites an inward journey, a quest for truth, love, meaning.
The shlokas, narratives, offer guidance, inspiration. The divine is in nature, kindness within you.
They encourage living with wonder, honoring ancient wisdom, contributing your light to life's tapestry.
The 18 Puranas are witnesses to creation's beauty, love's power, the potential for transformation.
We hope their wisdom will guide and enrich your journey, illuminating your path with love, truth, and the cosmos' light.
Perhaps you can reflect on which Purana resonated most with you. Maybe explore its teachings further on your own journey.